So I've taken some time and I've set a few keyframes on our steering wheel here. And so you can see that we have a little bit of motion on this. And we're going to have some stuff happening in the foreground. So really I'm starting to think that this is a little too distracting. So let's look at what I have. I have a keyframe where my rotate Z starts at 33. And then over 31 frames goes to negative 28. And then kind of settles into that motion. So it goes there to negative 28 and then takes a little bit more time to get to negative 31. Right? And then a really fast turn where it goes all the way to 381. So it's rotating all the way around plus some. And then it kind of settles into that and then just has some random back and forth. So let's open up the graph editor and look at what this looks like. So I'm going to go to Windows, Animation Editor, Graph Editor, and just so we can see it okay here, I'm just going to mount this here. Go ahead and hide my outliner. And I should be able to select Rotate Z, and that is my curve there in the corner. It's kind of hard to see. So I'm going to frame that up, and there's a couple of ways we could do that. One is to click this button right here, and this will fit the selection that I have selected there, Rotate Z, to the entire viewport, or I can just hit F, and that'll frame the whole thing. And so what you'll see is what we just described. We have this turn here, and it eases into that stop, and then a really big turn here back, and then back, and then back, and back. And so we just kind of have this zigzaggy, and like maybe after I've done this animation, if I'm like, that's too big of a spin, right? I don't want to have to redo that keyframe, and every one of these, right? This is where the graph editor is powerful. Is if I say, oh, that turn is way too big, I can just grab these keyframes, hold shift, middle mouse drag, and make that turn just a little bit smaller, right? And this is also, if I want this ease in to happen a little bit more gradually, I could do something like this, right? I get and so now we have the ability to control that within the graph editor. And again, I want you to remember that you have the ability to alter the animation within the graph editor as well. I can right-click anywhere here and insert a key, which that's actually going to do it where my timeline is. Or I can go to Keys, Add Key Tool, and as long as I have the curve selected in some way, if I middle mouse click and hold that down, it adds a key and lets me drag it around. And why this is nice is because then I can essentially just go through here and draw out my curve and make it a little bit more ease in and out where I need it, right? And so you'll be able to see just by doing something like that. Now it's got these more gradual starts and stops to some of the turns. It just feels a little bit more natural. So just remember, even though you may feel like the animation is done, like you've set all the keyframes to get the motion done, the graph editor is where you are able to add in details that let you refine that motion. And that is the job of an animator. You are the one who is in charge of making that motion convey exactly what you want it to convey. So don't let the computer do that for you. You take charge, and the graph editor is the way you can do that.